Hello everybody, welcome back to our Director of Football versus Head Coach series. And after a disappointing transfer window for both of our staff members, it's time to put that behind us and push on and hopefully finish the season in very high spirits. So you join us as our head coach, Potsy Tracksuit, and we sit third in the Premier League. Fixture-wise, since the end of the transfer window, we had a 4-2 win at home to West Ham. Solly March forgetting which way he was shooting for a minute, but he made up for it later on in the day. James Milner with a brace and Evan Ferguson getting on the score sheet there. We then scraped past Southampton in FA Cup replay. Very disappointing that it even went to replay, let alone went to extra time. But up stepped that guy Welbs in the 112th minute to put us through to the next round, where we will be playing Crystal Palace, who are also today's opponents. But before we take on Crystal Palace, we did go away to the Emirates, and despite Solly Marchenio's best efforts, we went down to a 2-1 win. There's no shame in losing at the Emirates. Arguably, could have played better. Didn't convert the possession into goal-scoring chances. And Arsenal did. It's as simple as that. But, yeah, there's levels to this. And we wouldn't necessarily expect to be competing with Arsenal, especially not in Season 1. So the fact that we're in third in the Premier League and only 3 points off top, having played the same amount of games, I think we're in a very, very strong position. Solly March still the second best player in the league according to average ratings, behind the one and only Erling Haaland. Jason still second in the clean sheets. I did not realise that, to be honest. That is a little bit of a welcome surprise, but a bit of a pat on the back for the defensive work we have been doing. And just a little recap of the transfers in case you missed the transfer special. We may have missed out on too many, but we did start the window by bringing in Alan Velasco, who is a signing that I'm very excited about, to be honest. Rory McLeod came in from Dundee United. Not overly excited about this, although he is potentially Premier League standard. So for 325k, maybe one we can flip for a profit in a few years. I'm going to trust Paul Mitchell on this, that he knows what he's doing with this one. The same can't be said for the signing of this Hurtado from Watford. 14.25 million spent on him. Not bad, not great. Really can't see him getting any game time for us. He's in the under-21s at the moment. He's potentially Premier League standard at the moment. Decent League One player. Yeah, bit confused by this one, Paul. Kai Smutek came in from Hearts. Again, not one that makes any sense to me. He's only potentially a championship player, maybe just one brought in for the under-21s or under-18s. Again, not one for me. And last but not least, Brian Zaragoza. 12 million from Granada. His value has already shot through the roof. He did come on against Arsenal, and I think he played one key pass. We'll see. Time will tell. He's got pretty good dribbling. He's a winger. Pretty good acceleration. Just can't help but feel a little bit underwhelmed. You know, if we didn't sign him and Hurtado, we would have got Tchouaméni, who's a world-class player in a position that we definitely need strengthening. But we're going to put that behind us because we've got a very strong team. We're sitting third in the Premier League with it, so we shouldn't be too disheartened. And we've got a derby today, or not really a derby, but it is the big rivals for Brighton, Crystal Palace, and we're going to go with Jason Steele in goal, Estupinian, Dunk, Webster and Veltman. That's our strongest back four. It's the back four we started with. It's the back four we're going to finish with. I'm really happy with those. Milner and Gross in the centre mid. Again, pretty happy with, or it's not Tchouaméni, but they've been playing well. Fatty, arguably not quite had the goal scoring impact, but he has been playing most of his games from the left. Lallana's been doing pretty well in behind. Solly March, the start of the season, and Wonder Boy Evan Ferguson up front. Now, this is, like I said, this is the biggest game of the season for Brighton fans in terms of a rivalry. So let's go out and show them what we're made of. And let's try and put pressure on the teams above us in the league. They've still got Eze, they've still got Elise. Edouard up front is going to be a threat. But a team we definitely should be beating. We're in the early kickoff. Chelsea play Luton, Man City play Burnley. So, yeah, you expect 3 points for both sides. So it's vital we perform to our best in this game and show everyone what we're about. But here's Edouard attacking. There's Webster with the tackle. He hasn't quite got it away from danger yet. Elise comes forward. He strikes from distance. He's hit the inside of the post. And thankfully, Estupiñán is the one that reacted quickest. And despite a bit of a dodgy clearance, we come away with the ball and we survive an early scare. And it's Crystal Palace on the ball again. Not what we want from the start of this game. So it's early doors, but I'm going to demand more. And right on cue, Solly March has intercepted that pass. Cuts inside onto his left. Finds Evan Ferguson. He's in the box. Taking it a bit wide. It comes back to Pascal Gross. And I don't know if it hit Gay here. It looked like it hit his own player. But we get a corner. And it will be that man, Solly March, to take it. The second best player in the Premier League. And he hits the first man. But Dunk and Fatty can't make anything of it. Hopefully that demand more shout has taken effect and we start to see a bit more control in this game. I'm not seeing it on the stats with 76% possession. Yeah, we need to try and up that goal input from that, or at least that attacking threat. Estupiñán finds Fatty. Ferguson's in the box. He's on his right foot. He takes aim. Oh, the game froze a little bit just before it cannoned off the crossbar. Not sure if that freeze will translate into the recording or if it was just a jump, but yeah, certainly had me a little bit worried that something might be going wrong. Oh, Lallana, I mean, it's not going right for us at the moment, but at least we're knocking on the door. March with the corner. Can he find a Brighton head this time? It's the first man again. But Fatty gets it back to March. Veltman on the edge of the area. Back to Webster, and I don't know why it's showing that as a highlight. I really don't. But anyway, here's March again. Webster into Milner. Milner turns, finds Lallana out to Fatty. Can Fatty run at his defender? No, he finds Estupiñán. He goes for a run though. The ball is in towards Evan Ferguson. He's beaten in the air by Gahey. Veltman, March, back to Milner. Back to Fatty. Can he do something on the left? He can't. He just about finds Milner. All the way back to Dunk then. Patient stuff from us. And Estupiñán can't find Fatty. And now Crystal Palace clear. But only as far as Dunk, who his ball is intercepted by Elise. But use from him. Webster steps forward. Goes on a little run. Gets taken down. And Pascal Gross has scored. After all that, it was just sloppy football everywhere on the pitch, really. Nobody took a hold of it until Webster ran forward, injected a bit of pace into the attack. Here it is, burst through a gap, and then he's kind of tackled by Mitchell, but it falls to Gross. It's deflected. And Dean Henderson will not want to see that replay again as it spins off his gloves and into the back of the net. And we lead at home to Palace, puts us above Chelsea, level on points with Manchester City. I mean, they've got a far superior goal difference, as you would expect, but yeah, we're not supposed to be second in the league. We are absolutely flying. But in this game, I think there's room for improvement. So that's the team talk I'm going to go for. We're going to start the second half straight away. We're going to demand more. And we're going to hope that, well, at a minimum, the boys hold on to this 1-0 lead. But as Pascal Gross gets a header, and Pascal Gross, I mean, he's not known for that. Has he ever scored a header? Solly March with an assist, though. That's going to do his season stats the world of good. I mean, of all the goals for Crystal Palace to concede and Brighton to score, a deep free kick lumped into the box of Pascal Gross is not what I had on my bingo card, boys and girls. I'll be honest. But Gross is on a hat-trick. Here comes Solly March. Pascal Gross is there in the box. He's lurking. March has the ball again. Just menacing. Milner out to... well, it got there. It didn't look like it was going to get there, but it did. Ansu Fati's turned his man. Ansu Fati, and it's just wide. Just wide from the Barcelona man. Oh, how we'd love Paul Mitchell to make this a permanent signing in the summer. I don't know. He didn't get Tchouaméni over the line. Not that I'm bitter. That goal has, however, or the second goal, put Crystal Palace into a negative goal difference. So a bit more sort of local pride at stake. But here comes Will Hughes looking to change that, and he has. I'm being honest, Jason Steele's not covered himself with glory there. It looks like it's a bad case of poppadom wrists from our goalkeeper. Missing a chance to go level on clean sheets with Ederson. And it's a Will Hughes strike. And he has to do better than that. And I have to do better. It's got to the 75th minute and I've not made a change yet. Let's make that change now. Evan Ferguson, not having the best of games. Looking nervous. That guy Welbs can come on. Let's have a look at Alan Velasco as well in for Lallana. And why not make it a new signing double with Brian Zaragoza coming on to replace Ansu Fati. 3 changes then with 15 to go. We do have a kickoff highlight, which a substitute. Well, I mean, Lewis Dunk's just giving the ball away like an app. That's just shocking from him. Just shocking from him. Now Elise has it. Estupiñán trying to follow his man. Goes all the way back to Henderson. Out to Guéhi. Ezzy's got space to turn. He finds Solomon. Solomon looks for Edouard, but Lewis Dunk atones for his error by stepping across and cutting out. But Milner's giving the ball away again. We've seen that in episodes. Estupiñán gets there. Eze's got space. Eze shoots. Oh, and this time, thankfully, it's wide of the goal. But we've seen Milner in previous episodes give the ball away. And we're going to make a change. We're not going to give him the chance to do that again. Billy Gilmore comes on for him. And Estupiñán's having a bit of a mare. So Igor can come on at left back. That's our 5 changes. That's all we can do. We can give them a shout of focus. And hopefully that is enough to see this game through to the end. It's a nervous last few minutes. But no highlights is good. Although Gross nearly gets his hat-trick with a... Well, we didn't see how good the free kick was. The save looked good. So I'm going to say on that basis, it was a good free kick. Has he got a good corner to back it up? There's the focus shout taking effect. Is he going to find a Brighton head? He finds a Crystal Palace head like every other corner we've taken in the game. Set piece coach, I'm looking at you. If I was director of football, your head might be on the chopping block. Please save. Oh, it's gone over the bar. That would have been heartbreaking, especially considering how bad we've been at attacking set pieces. And there's the final whistle. We hold on for a famous 2-1 win that puts us second in the league. We didn't see anything of our 2 new signings. I probably didn't give them enough time to shine, to be honest. 2-1 then, second in the league. We'll see how Chelsea and City got on in their respective games. They won't have been played yet, would they? No. 8th place Everton next though. Away from home. That will be tough. How did City and Chelsea get on? They both won comfortably. So we're back down in 3rd. 4 points away from Arsenal in 5th. We've got a game in hand over Manchester United. I'd say we're in a pretty good position. Let's go and compare that to the position that our director of football finds himself in. And here we are with our director of football, and Rui Agras, fair play to him, he's actually turning this round slowly. He followed a disappointing January off with a 2-1 victory away at Burnley. They only got their goal in the 93rd minute, but a brace from Evan Ferguson. So he's getting the best out of him. Fabio Vieira, our new signing, did come on for his debut. Gorna DOF came on. So Milenkovic started. So some of our signings that we've made starting to get game time. The likes of Harvey Elliott, Nonto, though, Dewsbury Hall, sitting on the bench. So could be worrying for those guys. He then went and done what we didn't manage to do as convincing, and he smashed Crystal Palace 3-0. Evan Ferguson getting on a score sheet again, and Ansu Fati getting a brace. Harvey Elliott got on this time. Vieira actually got a start in centre mid. I mean, we didn't necessarily... He's gone to a 4-3-3. I don't know if this is a permanent thing or whether he's just changed his opinion on his best formation. Milner at the base of it, Vieira in centre midfield. I mean, I brought him in to play attacking midfield, but fair play. I mean, do what works, mate. I'm not here to pick the formation. That's your job. But it was back to the 4-2-3-1 away at Red Star. I'm not going to try and pronounce that on camera. That would be silly of me. But a 2-1 victory. I mean, it was 2 James Milner penalties before Stamanic got one back. Again, just looking at the signings, all off the bench. Vieira off the bench. Gordon DOF off the bench. Still no game time for Harvey Elliott. Nonto no game time. Don't know who Doofus is. Don't know why he's in the team. He didn't play anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Man of the match from James Milner. And that brings us to present time. And it's a trip to Nottingham Forest, which means one thing and one thing only. We go on holiday for a day. We hand it over to Watch Along, who is in attendance. We take our seat in the director's box. What formation and teams he going with? He's back at the 4-2-3-1. Gordon DOF playing attacking midfield. I mean, I'd be going Gordon DOF there, Solly March there, Fabio Vieira there. But it's not my team. It's not my team. Maybe he's cooking something. Maybe he knows something we don't. Time will tell. Is the kind of away game struggle going to impact us here? I mean, looking at the lineup, he's immediately gone to what I thought was going to happen. So maybe it was just the previewed lineup that was wrong, or maybe he set them up in a bit of a weird shape to try and get one over on Steve Cooper, is it, at Nottingham Forest? Jason Stills dropped one there, but thankfully for us and for Rui, it didn't come to a goal. I think they hit the post and we managed to clear. Montiel going on a mazy down the right-hand side, back to Sangare, into Danilo. Hudson-Odoi, Origi's there from a couple of yards out. They're going to check for the offside. I mean, it's not a great start from the team, is it? Ruiz, they've got the goal. Yes, I mean, it's baffling because off camera, I mean, I'm not watching the games off camera, I'm just holidaying through. But yeah, when we see them on camera, it's like, I don't know, they're away from home, and sometimes the games away from home give you that little bit of a struggle, but I mean, look at that, just really not making an impact on this game. Hudson-Odoi bringing it forward for Nottingham Forest. Back to Worrell. Hudson-Odoi again, he's turned his man. Origi, Gibbs-White. Tackle should have been made there by the defender. Gibbs-White pulls it back. Hudson-Odoi, and he had so much space. He could have taken probably 2 touches and picked his spot. But he lashes his shot wide. And, I mean, I'd be going ballistic if I was on the touchline at this point. Here goes Milner. He sold March short, but Veltman wins it back. Here comes Solly. Back to Veltman. He's lost it. Solly March has won it back. Scrappy again into Evan Ferguson, and that is what he is there to do. He is, no doubt about it, Rui Aguas's main man, and he's proved it there. Veltman into March. I mean, Danilo is so scrappy, but once March gets it here, it's a lovely little ball over the top into the run of Evan Ferguson, who takes it first time like a prime Robin van Persie, only right-footed and Irish. But only the second shot on target from the game for us, but it's in, and that is all that matters. Look at this, Stupinian dunk on knackered. I mean, Stupinian's coming off for Lamptey, that's no surprise given his conditioning, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're suffering from a little bit of burnout. We did have to go into the playoff round in the Europa League, as you saw from the game against Red Star, so it's an extra couple of fixtures that he probably could have done without, especially being on a Thursday. I know this game's a Sunday game, but yeah, it's never easy. Having said that, he hasn't got FA Cup games to worry about, so yeah, it's not gonna rack up the fixtures too quickly. There's Fabio Vieira getting involved, probably for the first time we're seeing him. Veltman back to Milenkovic. Back to Dunk. I mean, the fact that we brought in Milenkovic, you'd think would enable Dunk to get some time rested. But Lamptey's given the ball away and Iwonyi, and Dunk's going to be called into action here as, well, there he is, Lewis Dunk. Oh, I mean, he doesn't get across. I mean, is that tiredness? Is that FM's way of telling you that the man needs a rest? Because he was in a decent position and he just doesn't make... I mean, Lamptey gets sent for a hot dog and then Dunk just doesn't get himself in between the shot and the goal. And Hudson-Odoi has been threatening down this right-hand side. That is definitely where the Nottingham Forest threat has come from all game. And yeah, Duncan Estupiñán on that left-hand side, maybe that is the link. Maybe that is a bit of tiredness creeping in. But Nottingham Forest are absolutely battering Brighton here. They come again, Hudson-Odoi. Ansu Fati wins it though. Now Gross. Harvey Elliott on the pitch. He gives it away. I mean, as much as I have a go at Rui Agras all the time, and you can't do much about players just giving the ball away and not winning headers like Milenkovic did there. It's pretty poor all round, really. You wouldn't be happy. This is where you'd be like absolutely smashing the demand more button, trying to fire these boys up. Here comes Harvey Elliott over the top for Ferguson. He's in again. Oh, it's a touch around the keeper from Joe Worrell's actually given him the best assist he could have. And Evan Ferguson at the double. I mean, he is single-handedly just keeping Rui in a job, I think. Harvey Elliott with a little dink over the top. It's a fantastic pass. And yeah, Worrell actually takes his own keeper completely out of the game. And he can't... I don't know what he was thinking. He just had one. Okay, I've just seen that he's taken Milenkovic off to put on Webster, which means Lewis Dunk, who has at this point has the stamina of like an asthmatic, someone with not much stamina, and he's just running him into the ground. Montiel back to Danilo. Origi's in. Iwonyi and Jason Steele holds on to the ball and he drops it. He's offside, that's why. Look, Lewis Dunk's on absolutely red conditioning, and yet he takes off his centre-back partner. I know Lewis Dunk's captain and probably vital to the team, but the man's knackered. The man is knackered, and wouldn't be surprised if he gets caught out here. Here's Sangare, and it's in. Actually deflects off Lewis Dunk. They're going to check it. I don't think it was offside. Is it? It is. I mean, we've had our blushes spared this time. Again, though, it's just Lewis Dunk cannot get out quick enough. He's miles away from where he should be marking his man there. He does get himself in the way of the shot this time, and it's a let-off. It is a massive let-off, and here they come again, down this right-hand side again. This time, Gorna DOF, though. Fair play to him. Getting his stuck in. Here's Gross. Oh, he sold Elliott short, though. Now they're attacking again. Oh, Gorna DOF. Go on, mate. He's smashing it in there. Oh, Evan Ferguson, he was just one touch away from being in there. Oh, look, Lewis Dunk just looks so tired and languid. Everything that Nottingham Forest do is just attacking down this side. And it's a great strike from Dominguez, and it's a good save from Jason Steele. Corner kick to Nottingham Forest. Tavares is going to swing it in. Is he going to do a first man? Yeah, Gorna DOF gets it, but Origi back to Tavares. Don't give away a pen. Montiel is blocked. Worrell. Oh, Evan Ferguson, I think, trying to get back at him there. It's crossed in again. Webster wins it. And bizarrely, it goes off for a goal kick. Okay, we'll take it. Oh, I really want to click demand more, but I don't have the facilities. Oh, we've got another corner to defend. Oh, it's up in the air. Origi. Oh, Webster away. Ansu Fati. Can we counter-attack? Look at the body streaming forward. Oh, it's rubbish. But here's Fabio Vieira. We somehow got the ball. Slides in. Evan Ferguson. He's in. He's through. It's deflected. It's in. Evan Ferguson. It's an own goal. Joe Worrell will not want to be watching the highlights in this game. He won't be watching this video. He definitely won't be liking and subscribing to the channel, which would be amazing if you could do if you're watching, by the way. But Evan Ferguson denied a hat-trick by the dubious goals panel. It definitely wasn't going in without the deflection. But Joe Worrell, he's put one on a plate for Ferguson, and he's just decided he must have Ferguson in his fantasy football team. But we've only had 3 shots on target. We've got 3 goals. And we've got 5 more minutes to hang on for what could be considered a bit of a smash and grab. Gibbs White with the corner. It swung in. Hudson-Odoi can't beat his man to it. Surely Gibbs White was offside. He wasn't. Aurier. I skimmed the top of the bar. And we live on. Look at Lewis Dunk's fitness. He is dead on his feet. And Rui Agras and his Brighton team, his ever-evolving formation. He went back to the 4-3-3 in the end. Joe Worrell got a 5.8. I can't say it's not deserved. Evan Ferguson, you beautiful human being. A 3-2 win actually puts us up to 5th in the league with a game in hand. I mean, Rui might be cooking, boys and girls. He's winning his game in hand and he's top 4. He could be getting Champions League football despite playing some of the worst football I've seen on Football Manager in all my time. You know what they say? If you can't be good, be lucky. And I am feeling very lucky with the support that this series has got so far. So if you could all be legends, and like I said, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It helps push the channel and the video out to as many people as possible. And I'm just loving making content for you at the moment. So that would be great. And you know what else would be great? If you could join us back on Thursday for more Director of Football vs Head Coach action.